Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're now delighted to be joined over the telephone by our guest, Dr. Nevein Nakhla, the business administration expert. Dr. Nevein, a very good afternoon to you, ma'am.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you so much, Doctor, for joining us. So let me start by asking you, how do you see the recent shoulder-to-shoulder initiative that was launched yesterday and inaugurated by President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, one of the biggest social protection programs, also to be launched before the commencement of Ramadan?
Actually, it's the biggest initiative, and I see it as a very efficient and effective because people felt that the president and even the other citizens are thinking of them, and that's what's very important. You know, whenever we talk about people and citizens, we talk about how we should be feeling each other's problems and how we can work as a team. And I think that yesterday was a perfect example of showing that Egyptians can be a great team and can face the crisis, the economic crisis, in a very innovative way.
Indeed. Doctor, now after the formation of the National Alliance, how do you see the role of such a coalition, in supporting the idea and concept of social solidarity, especially, as you said, in light of the current global challenges that are affecting all the countries around the world?
Actually, the good thing about what happened yesterday in this great initiative is that we focused on the role of citizens, the role of us as citizens in helping the government, because usually we focus on the government's role in facing any crisis and in helping the less privileged people. But yesterday, I think that we focused more on our role as citizens again. Maybe because I see it as a very important role, an important point, an issue, since I'm specialized in artificial intelligence, and we always talk about artificial intelligence in helping in the social protection program. And sometimes we feel that we need citizens also. We don't only need technology, but we need the people.
Indeed. Now let's talk a bit about, the role of volunteer work, especially in such an initiative. How important do you see it? What role do volunteers play in such an initiative, as well as in other initiatives all geared towards, sustainable development in Egypt?
Again, it was great to see people volunteering, in achieving such an initiative. And as we all know, they started by Decent Life. That's kind of a continuation of Decent Life initiative. So nowadays, we feel that the social responsibility is embedded in our citizens again. So it's a new mindset, and it's very important. I keep on focusing on the same thing, not relying on the government in doing all the work, but relying on us as volunteers, as citizens, in order to help our government.
Absolutely. Doctor, now we've seen the unifying of databases of civil associations, all under the umbrella of the Civil Alliance. How does this benefit, fair distribution when it comes to aid, especially to the more needy sectors in society, as I said in the beginning, with the advent of the holy month of Ramadan just around the corner?
I think that's a very important issue, so thank you very much for raising it. Because before Decent Life Initiative, another initiative, we were missing the good data. Since, again, I'm specialized in artificial intelligence and data analytics, so we rely mainly on the data. But it was kind of noisy before this initiative. Now that we have the database, now that we have the model, and we keep on focusing that we might need to embed some artificial intelligence techniques in these models in order to be able to identify the less privileged people and focus on satisfying their needs. So it all starts with big data, not noisy data. And thank God that with this initiative, now we have a very good database and we have very good models that, of course, need to be enhanced and improved. But the current status is very good in this, so as to be able to target the less privileged, the real less privileged people that need our help.
Indeed, which is very, very, very critical at this time. I'd like to thank you very, very much, Dr. Nevein Nakhla, our business expert. Thank you very much, ma'am, for your time and your insight. Ladies and gentlemen, a short break, and we'll be right back to continue our edition of Cairo Local Time. To stay tuned.